how mobile apps are affecting consumer behavior in 2022. Welcome back to our channel, E-Commerce Know-How. Among the greatest inventions of all time is the realization of mobile apps. These have not only increased the use of mobile devices to make life easy, but have extensively affected the market practices. Today, many business entities are scrambling for consumer information that can be retrieved from these apps to determine their business strategies. It can only be concluded that there must be a notable impact on these apps on consumers across the board. But the question of all time is, how have the apps affected consumer behavior? Let us find out. If the content of this channel is exciting and informative for you, then subscribe and hit the notification bell to get the next upcoming video without fail. Mobile apps have come up on such a time where the internet is the main host of all events. Many people are migrating to the online platform to do their various activities and run their agendas while reaching the masses on the e-platforms. Likewise, the business sector has not been left behind. Investors and traders are scrambling for the consumer's attention on these platforms. Essentially, it's the online platforms that the information is obtained and distributed to a wider audience. Talk of information, did you know that mobile apps have thus far become the center of gathering data? First, mobile apps today have become business hubs based on the capacity to do advertisements and support business transactions. Through this process, these apps can collect customer data in different measures. Depending on the model of an app, it can gather data that reflects the buying and selling of different products from across the globe. In addition, it's not only about buying and selling. Some customers also get to view products and make comparisons. Likewise, their data is also captured on these apps. Such information is valuable to a business entity. Here's why this data matters. Data collected through these apps includes the age brackets of consumers' genders, occupations, and income, among others. Other details such as the time of purchase are equally needed. This, among other details, is crucial in highlighting the demand for a product or service. It's also a green light to those in need of selling or expanding the business as noted by the statistics provided. For instance, a product that has a consistent purchase and visitation by customers indicates high demand. Therefore, the trader can avail the product even more to the customer. On the contrary, products with the least views or purchases can mean low quality or poor marketing strategy, and there's a need for re-strategizing. Now, at the heart of this context, mobile apps gather this information by indicting the number of people that visited different sites to view or make purchases. For instance, if a client clicks on an advert to view a show on display, then this data is captured. Such information is then used to develop the next strategy to sell the shoe even more. For example, if more traffic towards a show comes from students, then more adverts are required to address this population, thus drawing their attention even more towards the show. Using this data, consumer behavior is also predictable because the information gathered directs business strategists to follow the consumer in the direction that they're positioned. Now look at it this way. Once an advert has been developed, it directs its attention to a given audience, mapping up its likes and dislikes. It's important to note that the advert aims to convince the audience to make a purchase. In this case, mobile apps are used as an avenue to reach a specific end that takes interest in the products displayed. In the end, the adverts on these mobile apps get more viewers and visitors, with a notable number making purchases. Such is the pattern and aim of these advertisements. Eventually, the information gathered by the end of the day will reflect if the advert on the mobile app brought in purchases or was an ultimate failure. But the good news is that the adverts made out of this data for mobile apps are not amiss because they trigger curiosity from the buyers, which eventually end up spending on the products or services. Likewise, mobile apps are also inviting the consumer. Sometimes the adverts are not about purchasing but following a product. This means that a business owner or manufacturer can collect information on the best way to manufacture a product or make that necessary modification. Following this development, mobile apps today serve different niches and purposes. Most of these apps direct their attention to a particular audience, such as children, youths, or adults. Likewise, the products advertised therein follow similar categorization. The hosts of these apps then collect the information and use it to develop adverts that can trigger their would-be consumers to make sales on the products being advertised. Today, because of the strategy and use of mobile apps in business and marketing, many shops are operating online and daily increasing their customer base. Therefore, it's a positive impact on the market domain and business altogether. Mobile apps continue to be developed by the day to respond to consumers' needs. On the other hand, businesses continue to depend on these apps for information to develop strategies that facilitate trading. If you like this content and more, kindly remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share.